Okay man, no bullshit, this is seriously one of the best shows to have ever been watched by humans. If you don't think so, you eat glue, man. You're just a stupid idiot. That's all there is to it. You're just dumb. There is nothing wrong with this show. This show is so good. You keep waiting around for that moment where you can be like, oh yeah, there's that hunk of shit. Now this show sucks. But that never happens. That moment never comes. If you don't like this show, you're a stupid person and you don't know what good is. You probably prefer to watch Real Housewives of Bumfuck Egypt.
Oh no, he didn't, girl.
Yes, he did. Here, you guys give me an air 5. Whoosh. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? You just gonna leave me hanging? You don't know what an air 5 is? Whatever, man. Be ready next time. And yes, I realize I'm asking you to air 5 a cell phone, tablet, or laptop, and somebody might see you and think you're weird. But don't worry about them. This is me and you, man. This is us. Don't worry about them. They're over there dicking around. Me and you, we're air 5ing. Okay, back to Breaking Bad. The show has been on for 5 years and has won numerous awards, but just in case your dumbass has been living under a rock, I'll give you the skinny. The show centers around Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher that is stricken with cancer and turns to a life of crime to secure his family's financial future. He turns to his former student, Jesse Pinkman, learning to cook methamphetamine and ultimately becoming a drug kingpin. All the while balancing fragile and duplicitous relationships between his wife, his brother-in-law Hank, a DEA agent, and a slew of killers and drug lords. I just broad stroked the shit out of that, and that sounded awesome, didn't it? Alright, now I'm going to try and keep the spoilers to a minimum, but like I said, the show's been out for 5 years, douchebag. You had plenty of time to catch up, loser. The show is just so well done. Everyone must leave the set, just pat each other on the back like, yeah man, we're changing lives. We deserve these pats on the back. Get in there deep, bro. The casting is awesome. Everyone really embodies the role. Some to the point where that person is now that character. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, Heath Ledger as the Joker, Shaq as Kazam. They so skillfully played their roles that that character will follow them their entire career. It's next to impossible to even imagine someone else playing their role. No one can throw a pizza on a roof like Bryan Cranston. Look at that form! No one can so masterfully wield the command of the word bitch like Aaron Paul.
Bitch, 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 bitch!
What up, biatch?
You ain't seen the basement, bitch! I wanted to leave them on the counter, bitch!
Truly inspiring stuff. And it is spot on science-wise too. Everything is presented correctly. You're never hit with that moment where you're like, oh, come on, man, that's not, Because you know you just saw something that's complete malarkey. Okay, like, you know when you see the hero in the movie take this really shitty little pixelated picture that looks like it was taken 3 inches from an old dude's nutsack, and he's like, enhance the image! And all of a sudden it's like, zoom! This crystal clear image of an Ethiopian dictator's license plate or something? Yeah, that never happens. That isn't real, you idiot. And you never get that in this show. And I'm not saying that they haven't had minute slip-ups, because they have, but they were small and you didn't notice them because they were still rooted in reality. They didn't fight off an alien invasion using Windows 95. It was still very, very believable. In fact, it was, in fact, true. It just was off slightly. Just off enough for certain communities to be all pissy about it. It was really early on, no one gave a shit. Okay, in only the 2nd episode, Walt and Jesse were forced to dispose of the body of a dead drug dealer they themselves were forced to kill. Walt instructs Jesse on how they'll use hydrofluoric acid to dissolve the body. Now, while this acid can eat away at things, you can soak a body in it for days and it won't dissolve completely. What would have made more sense to use is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and water. Cold water, so as not to dangerously exacerbate the heat. Why am I telling you? You do not need to know this. You don't need to know that I know this. In one more instance, when Walt goes to confront Tuco about taking his meth and working over Jesse, he throws a small chunk of mercury fulminate onto the ground, resulting in a massive explosion that rocks the building, blowing out the windows and consuming all inhabitants on the floor in a flash of fire. Again, quite a bit of exaggeration here. Now, if he had thrown a much bigger piece, like, oh, I don't know, the big bag of the shit that he was holding in the very next scene, then yeah, sure, why not? He would have blown them all to shit. But he didn't, so there. And oh man, what I especially love about this scene is after when he leaves Tuco's place and he's walking back to his car, he wipes some blood off his nose with the back of his hand and he looks at it like, oh no, I'm bleeding. You know what, I will address a personal beef that I had, I'm sure a lot of other people had. It's kind of something that irked me through the entirety of the series. Skylar, Walt's wife, how is she so goody-goody? She is so prude and condescending. It is insufferable. Okay, I'm not dumb, I get it. The typical woman is going to find out her man sells meth and be like, oh no, my man sells meth, this is terrible. But Skylar, in your case, with your circumstances, you should have been like, oh no, my man sells meth. Oh, he's worth $100 million now because of it. Ooh, let me know when you get home. Gonna have that pussy ready and hot. $100 million hot. Bitch, your husband slaved over a hot lab for months to put meth on the table and bring in millions and millions of dollars, and all you did the entire time is bitch, 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 just like a bitch. No woman on the fucking planet looks at a huge pile of cash and says, "Oh, that money was ill-gained, I'll have no part of it." Bitch, I killed a half dozen people and ordered the executions of a half dozen more to get this money. I'll kill you, bitch! Bitch, I'm Heisenberg, bitch! Air 5 me! Whoosh! That was much better. That was good. That was much better. It's because you were paying attention. The show is just good. It just is. Every word is so perfectly spoken. Every action so meticulously carried out. And to watch the evolution of Walt alone is incredible. This meek, unimposing man becoming this cold, calculating killer, an unpredictable monster that leaves you speechless in his wake, but who is also not infallible. He makes mistakes, ones that end up costing him everything in the end. And that's what this show's about. It's about choices and the ambiguous ideals of good and bad that follow. When each choice you make is literally life and death. Maybe you're at your associate's house and you choose to look the other way instead of saving a young woman's life who's putting stress on the two of you. Her father, an air traffic controller, is so grief-stricken, he doesn't notice that there's two planes on a collision course, and he doesn't react in time to stop them. And now you're indirectly responsible for the deaths of hundreds. Anyway, the series is done, the show is over, we will never see these characters again. That is, unless they find their way into Saul's spin-off, which I have personally given my blessing to. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. It does sound promising to me. I know not everyone feels that way. I'm just looking forward to any opportunity to see Mike or Gus again. Those are my dudes. At any rate, the series finale left me satisfied, but not all questions were answered. Not all loose ends were tied up. Where's the rest of Walt's money? What really happens to Olivia? Where does Jesse go, if anywhere? And some questions were never answered. Why did Walt leave gray matter in the first place? And what was with that fly in the meth lab? There is a comment section that does exist. I'll totally be in there later. And now, just because I'm awesome and like sharing cool stuff with you, I'm going to tell you some stuff you might not have known. You can rub in your friends' faces because they totally don't know it, and you do. It's actually really surprising to me how few people know this. The title of the show refers to someone who has fallen from grace. A good person that goes bad. I heard the phrase growing up all the time, but I guess people outside the South aren't familiar with it. They're not used to hearing it. That's what that means. A good person that goes bad. One day while filming on the Pollos Hermanos set, Samuel L. Jackson walked up in full Nick Fury attire and asked to be in an extra scene. It turns out they were filming the Avengers movie in the same lot. He was obviously turned down. You can't have whatever you want, Sam. Jesse was originally supposed to die in the first season. What kind of show would it have been if he had died in the first season? Not only that, but Hector Salamanca was supposed to be the main antagonist, not Gustavo. Marius Stan, the guy who plays Walter White's boss at the car wash he worked at, actually is a chemistry genius. He has a PhD and still works in the field. His role in Breaking Bad is his first venture into acting. Bryan Cranston played 2 Power Rangers villains in 1993. I went back and listened to them. Dude, they sound nothing like him. It's so weird, but it's true. Look it up. Alright, I gotta go, but first I'm very proud to announce that an artist friend of mine by the name of Kyle Robert Willis has designed a new shirt for me based off of this awesome show, and BOOM! There it is. Damn, that shirt is awesome. You can go to my store and pick yourself up one. I'm gonna get one myself. That is really fucking cool, man. Anyway, you can find both his and my fan pages in the description box below. There's also a link there to my store. You can get that really cool shirt. But for now, I gotta leave you guys. I have a lot of setup to do if I'm going to continue Walt's work. Damn!
87104. To all law enforcement entities, this is not an admission of guilt. I am speaking to my family now.
Hey.
What?
You know Mr. Marco, right?
Yeah, I know him. Is he here? Hey! Is he here?
I don't know.
I asked you a fucking question. Is he here? Huh?
I couldn't tell you.
What? You here?
Yes.